Now let's continue with the key management practices for evaluating whether the business is delivering value or not through IT. Okay, so the question is business value from IT. These are the key management practices. Okay, what we are evaluating whether the business is able to deliver value using IT. Okay, because of IT, whether any benefits are being realized or not. That we are assessing. Now let's see what are the points. First one is evaluate value optimization. Okay, how we will do this? Here we saw IT enabled investments, IT services. Okay, we have made an investment in them. What we will do is we will prepare a list of investments, the amount invested, the benefits received from those investments. Okay, whether as per our forecast, whether we have received or not. Okay, so what we will do is we will keep these key metrics in front of us. If we are satisfied with it, then it is no problem. But if we are not satisfied with it, if we think that any changes are to be made in that investment strategy, okay, then we will prepare a plan of what the changes must be made. Okay, where we will see these changes, we will see that in the first point, evaluate value optimization. Here the main point is changes. Okay, we can only make this after we make these key metrics. Okay, without key metrics we cannot do this. Okay, the study material, they have given this question before this, but I have just rearranged the same. Okay, then we will direct value optimization. What does this mean? The plan of investment that we have made, okay, that the benefits are not realized, we must make these changes to the portfolio. Okay. What we will do is we will obtain the support of the top management and we will make those investments so that we will be able to receive optimal return. Okay, what is optimal return? It is the maximum return you can receive using IT enabled investments. Okay, so here the main keyword is optimal. Okay, optimal return. Now after you have obtained the support of the top management and you have made the IT enabled investments, you will now start monitoring that. Okay, we will start monitoring the IT investments. Okay, now see, we have prepared a plan. Now we have made the investments. Now what we are monitoring is again the list of investments made, the amount invested, the benefits realized, the benefits expected. Now we will compare if the benefits expected have been met or not. If they are not met, again we will take corrective actions. If they are met, then there is no problem. It will mean that the business is able to deliver value using IT. Okay, the business is delivering value using IT. Okay, how do you make sure of that the business is delivering IT? By doing these three key management practices. Okay, do these three key management practices, keep on evaluating, directing and monitoring, and you will make sure that business is delivering value using IT. Okay, so in the third point, the main point is corrective actions. Okay. We will take corrective actions. Okay, remember in exam for each heading, don't write more than 2-3 points. Okay, remember the story. In case of GIT, we were talking about installing IT system performance and capabilities. Okay, here in this question we are talking about IT investments. Okay, IT enabled investments. We're talking about IT enabled investments. Okay, if you want, we have written here what is the focus of these questions, whether the investments are made and whether value is derived from those investments in IT. Okay, okay, so there is a problem, I think. Now let's see what are the objectives of IT strategy. Okay, I didn't just take this earlier because it was a bit difficult to understand. Okay, what is the objective of IT strategy? Why we are preparing IT strategy? Okay, it gives us a holistic view of
So,
current.
1 minute, sir.
Yes.
So before you proceed, on this business value, you said monitor value optimization, the keyword is corrective action. What is the direct value optimization? What is the keyword?
Optimal return.
Okay.
Okay, we have learned this in strategic financial management that our return must be, it is related to risk. So what we will do is we will try to correlate the risk and our return. When we try to do that, in that case, we are trying to achieve optimal return.
Okay.
So that is the kind of optimal return we are talking about. Okay. See, here we are talking more about finance because investments and all is there. So that is why we are using these terms as optimal return.
Okay.
Instead of return, you can say that optimal value realization. Okay, optimal benefit realization, value realization. Okay, just make sure that you write that word optimal first.
Sure.
Okay, now let's see objective of IT strategy. We have an idea of what our current environment is. We have an idea of what our future environment must be. Okay, so IT strategy will give you a holistic view. In the strategy itself, we will tell everything that we want this. I want to become like this. Currently, I am like this, but I want to be like this. These are the changes in business processes that I want to make. All this will be written in your IT strategy. Okay. So the objective of preparing IT strategy is that to give a holistic view of current and future environment. Okay. Now these objectives we will communicate clearly to all the stakeholders so that if any business process is left out, so that particular stakeholder will communicate the same to the management that we need business processes here to align the IT strategy with the enterprise strategy. Okay, that is the reason we are communicating our IT strategy to all the stakeholders. And the last point is the IT strategy must be aligned with the enterprise strategy to make sure that the IT related decisions are in line with the business decisions. Okay, so they will never ask what are the objectives of IT strategy, but you can write this in the introduction of your questions. Okay, why we are talking about or why we are learning IT strategy planning. The objective is strategic alignment of both the strategies. Okay, this was the this was not the, yes, any query till now? Should we proceed?
So, one small doubt.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
No, I am just
Sir,
looking.
this objective of IT strategy,
Hmm.
like, can you please tell us what exactly is the objective of this IT strategy, of implementing the IT strategy in a one single line?
See here, we have the vision of what our future environment must be, but we are making sure that our future environment is in line with the business strategy. Okay, it
So
must.
voice is breaking, so I didn't hear anything.
Okay, once again, we have the vision of our future environment. Okay, what our future IT environment must be. Okay, we are making sure that in IT strategy, our future environment and current environment is reflected, and also we want to make sure that the IT strategy is in line with the business strategy. It must not be the case that the enterprise is investing more resources in IT strategy Okay, it must look like there is a strategic alignment and not just focus on IT. Okay, just focus on two words: holistic view and strategic alignment in objective of IT strategy. Forget everything. The two main points and objectives are holistic view and strategic alignment. See, what will happen is if you try to make sense out of the sentences, you will get confused. What you do is you first highlight the points and then try to make sense of the sentences, because there is no flow to this content. You are trying to formulate something that it can look like there is a flow to this content. Okay, shall we continue? Next question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they will never ask what are the objectives of IT strategy. We are just, okay, so I have just given it so that you can write it in your answers. Okay, now this is a bit difficult question. Okay, your focus must be 200% now. Strategic planning. Okay, we are still talking about IT strategy planning only. Now we are dividing it into three levels of managerial planning. Okay, strategic planning, management control, and operational control. Now look at the headings. Strategic planning, management control, and operational control. It is not management planning and operational planning. We are talking about management control and operational control. Okay. So this means that at management level and operational level, we will only try to implement controls. Okay, planning will be only done by the top management. That is why we are saying strategic planning, management control, operational control. Okay, now let's see what top management will do. Strategic planning. It is a process of determining what is the overall purpose of the organization and what are the long-term objectives of the organization. Okay, LTO is long-term objectives. Okay, so this is basically what we are trying to determine: what is our vision, what is our mission, what are our goals, policies, procedures, standards, guidelines. Okay. After that, the resources, required policy. Okay, so we have a vision, mission, policies, procedures, standards, guidelines, and also a statement that says that these resources are required to achieve this vision and mission. So that is what is the content of strategic planning. Okay, here that resources word is important. After that, management control. Okay, the management must be able to give the assurance that the resources are used in a EE manner. Okay, can anyone guess what is EE manner?
Effectively and efficient.
Efficiently and effective manner. Okay, why I have written it like that? Because they have copied the same content for both the points. Management control, you must give the assurance that the resources are used in a EE manner, and in operational control, there is supposed to give assurance that the process is carried out in a EE manner. Okay, resources utilized in a EE manner and process carried out in a EE manner. Okay, effective and efficient manner. Okay, this is just the description of the levels of managerial planning. Okay, you are just supposed to write this description and okay. Now this IT strategy planning, it is more classified into 4 plans. Okay, it is further classified into 4 plans. The above question was levels of managerial planning. It was not the classification of planning. Okay, the next question is classification of planning. Okay, you don't get confused here. Now the 4 plans are enterprise strategy plan, information system strategic plan, information system require plan, and information system applications and facilities plan. Okay. So in the last plan, you can visualize that we are talking about developing an application software. Okay. If we think that our business needs application software, we will try to develop it. So the last plan is talking about that. The third plan is IS requirement plan. Okay. We will look at our future environment. We will conduct a gap analysis. We will try to define what will be our IT requirements. How we will do that? We will use this plan, IS requirement plan. After that, we have IS strategic plan. Here, what we are trying to do in IS strategic plan, we are trying to align strategically the enterprise plan with the IT strategic plan. How we are going to do that? Using information system strategic plan. After that, we have in the beginning, we have enterprise strategy plan. Now let's see what is enterprise strategy plan. Okay, the first point, again and again, we have to write that it must be aligned to the IT strategy. Okay, it is a primary plan. It is an overall plan. Okay, so you can say it is a holistic or comprehensive plan. Okay, what do we do in enterprise strategy plan? Okay, this is basically your business strategy plan. We will make an assessment of enterprise and organization factors. Okay. See, the Pestle analysis we used to do in strategic management. Okay, that kind of analysis we will do of all the factors. Okay, so that we can have an understanding that these are the factors affecting our business and what measures we are taking so that we can use it for our competitive advantage. Okay, that is what is our assessment of enterprise and organization factors in a statement of vision, mission, and the statement of objectives of the organization. Okay, so that is basically what we discussed here in strategic planning. Again, we have to mention it here. Then the list of priorities. Okay, now why we are making this list of priorities? Because the information systems, obviously, as per their importance, we will use them, and as per their value, we are going to give them their priorities, okay, for their maintenance, updation, and further things. That is why we will have this list of priorities, and it is a long-term plan, obviously. Okay, see the difference now. The IT strategy must be dynamic in nature, but the enterprise strategy, it must be dynamic only to the part of IT. Okay, because this enterprise strategy is a long-term plan. Okay, we are going to translate it into short-term plan. That is basically your mission or objectives of the business. Okay, so for this,
I'm so sorry, I'm not able to follow. 1 minute. This okay, I got the levels of the levels of management I got. That is there is planning at all the levels of the management. That is what that question is conveying. It is strategic management and operational. Everywhere there should be some objective towards the planning. Correct?
yes.
And next is the classification of strategic planning, wherein there are different classifications of the strategic planning itself.
Hmm.
That is also again at various parts of the management. We have to have a strategic plan.
Yes.
And this enterprise strategic plan is how are we going to formulate the strategic plan for the enterprise overall?
See, these plans are already there. We are just looking what are the contents of these plans. Okay. See, we are already preparing these plans. Okay. Enterprise strategy plan. What is its importance and what are its contents? Only that we are discussing here. Yes. So, what was your question again?
No, this enterprise strategic plan is like it is just telling us how do we go about a strategic planning for an enterprise. how it should look. The strategic plan should look like this. Is that what is the
Okay,
classification
about
is saying?
that, it is only telling two things, that it must have these contents and it must be aligned. Okay, that is the only two things that every plan is saying, that it must have these contents, that statements and list and assessment and all. And after that, what it is saying is it must be strategically aligned. Okay, that is all this enterprise strategy plan is saying. Okay, how to do planning and all, it is not talking about that. Okay,
Okay.
so if they ask,
Sir,
yes,
one more doubt. You were telling that unlike IT planning, which is dynamic, IT strategy plan, which is dynamic, this is not dynamic in the sense it's only dynamic only to the IT part. How? What does that exact word dynamic mean? I wanted to ask you at that point, but I just missed it.
see, if the business strategy is dynamic, you can understand how much difficult it will be to align everything. Okay, so if you are saying that IT strategy planning is dynamic, then compared to that, enterprise strategy will not be that much dynamic. Okay, it will be static if you compare it to IT strategy planning. Okay, but obviously every business requires changes to the business process, but here enterprise strategy will not be as dynamic as IT strategy planning, because we need to have one base and then we will alter one of the phases. We cannot alter the plan and then alter the phases. Okay, are you understanding? If you are learning DT or IDT, all
Yes.
the sections base will be same, only one provision will be amended. Okay, the entire act will not be amended. Okay, each and every section and provision will. So that is what I was trying to convey. So enterprise strategy will have a long term plan, whereas in IT strategy planning it is a long term and a short term plan, and it is dynamic in nature. Why we are highlighting that dynamic in nature? Because even if we find one trigger in the environment, immediately we will change our IT plan. Okay, but we will not do the same for enterprise strategy. It is something we are talking about the long term. Okay, these triggers are not going to change the enterprise direction, and even if they are, then we will make those changes in the long term. Yes, did I completely answer your question, or because
Yes, I understood. I understood.
yes. See, the explanation part I'm giving it from my, if that is just personal opinion. If you come across a better explanation in the study material, please convey the same to me. After this, we have information.
You're absolutely fine, sir. This is
Yes.
the way this is the way I actually should go.
See, if you read the study material, there is a problem with the flow and sequence. Okay, I am just adding stories, concepts, and mnemonics so that you can feel the flow, the sequence, and it will register automatically in your memories and all. Okay, so now next question is information system strategic plan. Okay, now here what we will focus on is we will try to focus on maintaining a balance. Okay, balance between the information system opportunities and information system requirements. Okay. It must not be the case that better information technologies are available in the market, but we are still continuing with our existing information technology. It must not be the case, but it must not also be the case that whatever new technology is being introduced in the market, we are implementing it again and again. Okay, so what we are trying to say is there must be a balance in the opportunities and requirements. Okay. Only then we can ensure that our IT environment is not outdated and it is reliable and secure. Okay, Now the next point is it must translate regularly. Okay, we are talking about our long range plans and short range plans. It must translate regularly. Okay, now they have given a list of enablers. Okay, how we can make sure that we are in line with the IT environment around us. Okay, how we keep ourselves updated, how we update our information technology. Okay, these are the key enablers. The first two key enablers are enterprise strategy and timely feasibility study. Okay, we will look at the technology, then we will look at the enterprise strategy, whether it is in line with our strategy or not. Then we will do a timely feasibility study that if we purchase this IT enabled investment, whether we will realize the benefits or not. Then we will try to define that how IT supports our business. Okay, this ITS definition is this S is support. Okay, so if you realize how important IT is for your business, obviously you will have a clear idea of what kind of IT your business needs, and as per that you can make your purchase decisions. Okay, so if you have the definition of how IT supports your business, then you will be able to take decision. Okay, so IT support definition. Then the enterprise position. Okay, this E position is the enterprise position. Now, in what aspects we are talking about the enterprise position? We are talking about its market share, its risk position. Okay, if the enterprise doesn't have funds, obviously it will restrict investments. If it has a lot of funds, then it will make optimal investments. Okay, so if you have an idea of your enterprise position, you will be able to take decisions. After that, need of senior management. Okay, if the senior management is constantly saying that we need this investment, our competitors are making this investment, why we are not making this investment, this is a critical investment and all. If the senior management is of that attitude, then your decisions will be influenced by the same also. So that is also key enabler. After that, we will have an inventory of technological solution and current infrastructure. What is TS? TS is technological solution and CI is current infrastructure. Okay, we will make a list of the information technologies that we have in our organization. What are the technical solutions that we have developed, and also what is available in the market. Okay, if we have that inventory, it will be easy for comparing it with the competitors' inventory and all. So that is why we must also make this inventory. Okay, it is just a list of the technologies. Then we will keep on monitoring the technology market. Okay, obviously we will try to monitor the technology environment. Okay, why we are doing all this? To make sure that in our business we are using the optimal IT technologies. Okay, the best technologies we are using in our business. Okay, so what are the key enablers? Once again, enterprise strategies, timely feasibility study, then definition of how IT supports business, then enterprise position in relation to risk, market share, then need of the senior management for critical review and feedback, then inventory of technological solution and current infrastructure, and then monitoring the technology market. If you want, you can remember it by memory technique. Write down MI DENT. Okay, MI DENT. M is monitoring, I is inventory, D is definition. E is enterprise strategy. N is need of senior management, and T is timely feasibility study. Okay, MIDENT, MIDENT. Okay, why we are using mnemonics? Because if you don't write all these 7 points as it is, they will not award full marks. Okay, because here we are not explaining anything, we are just stating what all we will use to take decision. That is why we need to mention all these points. Okay, so MIDENT, MIDENT. Okay, information system strategic plan. We need the best technologies. We need to prepare a balance. We need to maintain the balance, and these enablers will help us in maintaining that balance. The next question is information system requirement plan. Okay. See, the objective is that we must have a information architecture, and it must be clearly defined. Okay, that this is our information architecture. Okay. After we have clearly defined it, what we will try to do is we will have the best information architecture. Okay. Now this BIM, what does this BIM means? It means that a business information model. Okay, business information model. What it requires is it requires continuous and creative maintenance. Okay, creative and continuous maintenance. If it doesn't maintain itself, then obviously the information architecture will become outdated. That is why it requires continuous and creative maintenance. Okay, so information system requirement plan, what it is talking about, that you must have a information architecture. It must be clearly defined, and the business information model must be creatively and continuously maintained. Okay, now how we will do the maintenance? What are the key enablers? Here we have the enablers. First one is information model. Okay, if we don't have the model, we cannot do maintenance. This model is nothing, something like a flow chart about the how the information flows. Okay, like we have in ERP the process flow. So you can say that this is the information model. Then we will have enterprise architecture standards. Okay, we will refer to those standards of information architecture. Then data ownership and security classification. We will, in that architecture, we will say that this data has been obtained from this function. Okay, who are the owners of data, and this security classification. Okay, what all security controls that we have imposed to ensure that the data integrity is maintained. That is why we are saying data ownership and security classification. And the remaining 2 points are, or no, that is a one pointer. This I forgot to merge this. This is only 1 point. Automated data repository and dictionary. Okay, automated data repository and dictionary. Okay, should we stop now? I will just stop this recording and begin again.